If you're a property manager who wants to grow your business, I'm about to introduce you to 7 of the 15 reasons you should sign up for ScaleClub today. Now, here's a quick overview. ScaleClub is the #1 network in property management dedicated exclusively to customer acquisition. It's not just another community, it's not just a mastermind, it's definitely not your typical association. This is a deeply technical, hyper-focused network made up of some of the smartest and most ambitious people in property management. If you want to compete at the highest level, you should be a part of it. All right, let's jump into the first of the 7 reasons. And if you're doing these big things in property management, you might feel like you're on an island, like you're the only one in your company who gets it. And that's why we built our online community. It's a place where you can post resources, swap ideas, and most importantly, ask as many questions as you want. Not just to your peers, but to our coaches and even outside experts that we're bringing in. Think of it as your 24/7 mastermind. Always on, always available. And here's what makes it special. We're not just leaning on each other. We're inviting in leading voices from across all industries that matter to us. Real estate investing, small business growth, housing economics. You'll get to hear directly from those experts, and more importantly, learn how to apply their ideas in your own business. And on top of that, we've built out a library of courses designed specifically for one thing: customer acquisition. So sales, marketing, productivity, it's all there. These aren't just generic business classes. They're built for property management professionals who want to attract, convert, and multiply clients that they love. So whether you're a one-person sales and marketing department or part of a bigger team, you'll never be stuck doing it alone. You'll be connected to like-minded pros solving the exact same problems that you are and growing faster because of it. It's the power of this community. It's not just knowledge, it's connection, and connection is what makes growth sustainable. Here at Scale, we've been working on something that's going to change the way property managers think about their marketing. We're building AI agents designed specifically to simplify your lead generation and reduce your marketing costs. Now, here's the thing. Unlike other parts of your business, like accounting or maintenance coordination, you don't want to automate 100% of your marketing or leave it to a bot. If every property manager, let's say 1,000 people, use what I'm about to show you, guess what? Everyone looks and sounds the same, and when you blend in, your marketing becomes invisible. That's why we've designed our AI agents to think a little bit differently. They handle 80 to 90% of the work, the heavy lifting, the research, the writing, the creative ideas, and then we leave the last 10 to 20% for you and your team to, including using AI, personalize, innovate, and make it your own. And that's what keeps your brand unique and your marketing effective. But we just think we can make it a lot easier for you. So we've launched 2 powerful agents already, and we're constantly launching more. I'd like to show you what we're working on. So let's take a look at 2 examples of what these agents look like. So the first example is that I want to give you all of the Zillow leads in your area with contact info, and I want to stream them so that you know when things are rented, when they're available, and you constantly are growing the best targets. So you'll just specify the zip codes that you want to manage in. It'll find all rentals and sort by manager, whether it's self-managing, professional manager, or by the company. We'll use public records to find the ownership. We can find that contact info, and then we give it to you and you get creative. This is where you can decide that you want to use a direct mail system, that you want to reach out to somebody, that you want to delay this for 9 months because we know that they've got a tenant in place and we want to reach out and talk to them about what's working and what's not. Or maybe we want to invite them to a educational seminar or send them an ebook on how to price their property in your market. Really the creativity is up to you. We just know how hard it is to get this data, and we want to make it super easy for you. Now we're using a system called N8N, and so you'll actually be able to download our template, add it to your own profile. You will own this, and you can make all of the customizations you want, and we will be constantly adding updates and showing you how to import this into your CRM, do all kinds of automations. So I hope your mind's racing because the sky is the limit when you have this kind of data. And so you probably noticed that we used a dinosaur. We're naming all of our agents after dinosaurs because if you're not using this technology, you are a dinosaur. So that was Allosaurus. Let's look at the next one, which is Brontosaurus. And this is our social media digest and idea templates. Most of my clients say that they wish they were using social media more, but they don't know where to start or they don't have the time. So what we've done is built an agent to follow 100 plus of the most active real estate and property management profiles. We actually send you a digest every Monday morning based on the last week of all of the top posts from those. We're using multiple social media profiles and we'll continue to expand those. And you can take that and you can train your own ChatGPT and upload those templates and say, give me ideas. But we've also done that for you. So we actually customize our own ChatGPT based on your businesses. And then we basically upload those top ideas. And then we give you at least 5 ideas every Monday morning that you can then use for social media. That includes personal posts for your BDMs and for owners on LinkedIn, and it also includes company information. Some of these can just be text posts, but a lot of them can be fed into other tools to create graphics so that you can actually really create a killer social media channel with maybe 10% of the work that used to take you. We're committed to launching new agents that make your team more efficient. We're constantly updating those existing agents as the technology evolves and new things become possible. And anytime we see a new opportunity to give you an edge, we're gonna build it and release it inside of ScaleClub. So being part of ScaleClub isn't just about training, it's like having a subscription to the latest and best ideas in lead generation and marketing delivered to you first in real time. So instead of chasing trends or guessing what works, you'll always have AI agents working alongside you, helping you stay ahead, standing out, and attracting the clients that you really want. There's a lot more coming, can't wait to show it to you. One of the reasons that our RentScale clients are so successful in growing is that we don't just train on sales tactics or property management. We also train on subject matter expertise. Now, that's a fancy phrase, but let me break it down. Subject matter expertise simply means that you know your stuff. In property management, that stuff falls into 4 buckets. Number 1 is business acumen. And that's not just understanding how business works, but in our industry, it also means understanding how real estate investing works and all the concepts associated with that. Number 2 is your industry understanding. Do you know how this thing works at a national level? But do you also know your local market and your competitive landscape? You need to know all of those things. Number 3, your product knowledge. Do you understand your PMA inside and out? Do you know your lease, your policies, your procedures, and everything that you need to be able to talk to clients confidently? And last but not least is client empathy. Are you seeing the world from your investor's point of view so that you can understand how to communicate with them? When you're strong in all 4, you're not just a salesperson, you become a trusted advisor. And in ScaleClub, we're leaning into this in a big way. For example, we're bringing in experts from the largest 1031 exchange company in the country. Not only will they train you and your team on the mechanics of that tool, but will help you build your own 1031 exchange webinar or event and show you how to reach out proactively to the investors in your portfolio that need that knowledge. If you've followed us for a while, you know that we do a lot with Lance Lambert, the go-to expert for housing data in the US. Because nothing builds credibility like quoting the same data that the Wall Street analysts are using. We also invest heavily in conferences for our team. Real estate investing conferences, small business conferences, you name it. Why? So that we can bring the sharpest speakers and the freshest ideas straight into our community. So for example, after the next Fed Reserve update, we're hosting Michael Zuber from One Rental at a Time, who I follow on YouTube and met at a conference, to break down how interest rate changes, or even non-changes, are going to affect your investor clients. So subject matter expertise is a catalyst to help you generate more leads and to convert at the highest level. And that's why RentScale is making subject matter expertise a centerpiece of our network. Because when you understand the business, the industry, your product, and the client at a deep level, you don't just sell, you become a leader.
Creating marketing content from scratch is exhausting. You've got sales to make, leads to follow up on, and clients to serve. That's why we're giving you what I like to call plug-and-play content. These are ready-to-use content assets you can quickly redesign in your own brand or tweak to match your market positioning. Things like YouTube scripts you can turn into videos, social media posts that are already written and formatted, lead gen downloadables that can sit behind a landing page tomorrow. Guides and resources where all you have to do is swap out colors, logos, and make a few edits, and they're yours. We're even sharing ads you can customize and run, so you're never stuck staring at a blank screen wondering what to create next. The idea is simple. You log in, grab what you need, make a couple of quick changes, and put it out into the world. By tomorrow, you could have new marketing assets live without reinventing the wheel. That's what plug-and-play content does. It saves you time, it helps you generate leads faster, and it keeps you focused on the part of the job that really matters, turning those leads into clients you love. And what you are watching right now is literally me copy and pasting a script into an AI tool to generate this video. I didn't film this little segment.
Okay, it's real Jeremy again, I promise. Mastering technology is one of the fastest ways to level up in property management, sales, and marketing. We're not just talking about theory. We're talking about the tools that you're already using every day. And that's why we're rolling out ongoing training on the common tech that most of us rely on in this industry. We're talking about BlueJay for reputation management, we're talking about Blanket for portfolio reviews, and the major CRMs that run our sales system. We're actually bringing in experts from those platforms to show us insider tips, and then we'll put our marketing spin on it so you know exactly how to use those tools to win more deals. We'll also tap into specialists and cutting-edge strategies that maybe you're unaware of, like advertising networks that you've never tried before, direct mail that actually gets answered, and video marketing made faster and smarter with AI. And think of it this way, just having the tools is one thing, but using them with state-of-the-art techniques is where your ROI really comes in. And honestly, this might be better for your career than a 4-year degree because it's practical, current, and tied directly to helping you close more business. That's what this training is all about. Taking the tech that you already have and showing you how to turn it into a competitive advantage. The number one question we get here at Scale is always the same. How do I generate more leads? And the honest answer, it changes all the time. That's why we want to be your canary in the coal mine, the ones out ahead, testing new ideas before anyone else, so that we can bring the best ones back to you. Here's how it works. We'll test new lead generation tactics and report back on what works and what doesn't. You and your peers in the network will share what's working in your markets right now. And together, we'll separate the fads from the strategies that really drive growth. Because let's face it, the industry loves to stick to the basics. But there's a lot of clever technology and fresh approaches out there. Now, some will fizzle, some will be game changers. Our job is to keep you ahead of the curve. And when we share these ideas, we'll do 80% of the heavy lifting for you. That way, all you need to do is make a few tweaks, put your own spin on it, and actually implement it in your market. That's how you stay relevant, that's how you stay competitive, and you keep your pipeline full. Not by guessing, but by constantly plugging in to the next wave of lead gen ideas. Those are just 7 of the many reasons that we believe ScaleClub is the single most valuable membership that you can invest in as a growth-oriented property manager. And we're just getting started. We'll keep investing in new technology, expanding education, and making sure that you're always at the forefront of what's working. The bigger this network grows, the stronger it gets, because every new member adds more feedback, more ideas, and more proof of what's possible. If you're ready to compete at the highest level, then you belong. I hope to see you on the inside.